boys, and welcome back to the Bayern Post. So we're back, and it was a few days. I had some technical difficulties, so the player match ratings are coming up pretty late. But we're gonna go ahead and get into it. The player match ratings for Bayern versus Wolfsburg, and a 4-0 win for us. Very comfortable and a great way to end off the first half of the season, the end of this calendar year, 2021. It's about to come to an end, guys. Pretty crazy. 2022 is around the corner, and hopefully that spells an amazing time for Bayern fans. But anyways, yes, getting here into the player ratings. First off, our captain, our goalkeeper, Manuel Neuer. Here, he actually says something about the game. He says, "We can be happy with the results and the end of the first half of the season. It wasn't so easy today with 2 buses being parked. We still had many goal-scoring chances in the second half." I'm pretty sure he's talking about Wolfsburg parking the bus. And here he's saying that the star for the season for Bayern, he says, as our superstar, Leroy is of course always part of the discussion, but I would say that the star is the team, which is true. It's very true. Yeah. 2 buses being parked. Yeah, I mean, they did park the bus, to be fair. They did. Here we see Torben Hoffman praising Manuel Neuer. I would suggest go and see that. He says something about Manuel Neuer always having his A game even in training, which is very true. And Spider-Man. No, it's pretty great though. And actually, Manuel Neuer had some very good saves. He had a lot of I would say saves, and he caught the ball a few times as well, which is really great to see. The most notable one, I would say, was when Weghorst was through 1-on-1 with Neuer. It wasn't Sane, it was Davies who tried to take the ball away from Weghorst, and he caught up to him. To be fair, even though he was back, he had to sprint up to him. He almost took the ball away, but his tackle didn't carry enough force behind it. Weghorst still kept the ball. He was through 1-on-1 with Neuer, and Neuer absolutely saved that. He parried it with his leg, and then the chance was gone after that. So it was really great to see. After that as well, I believe Weghorst had another chance from a Wolfsburg corner. It was a volley, I believe, and Neuer caught it, it's always great when your goalkeeper can catch a volley. He also caught another chance from Brno, I believe, after a Wolfsburg free kick. So those are the 3 most notable chances that I saw that Neuer went ahead and made those saves. It was really great. But yeah, I mean, Neuer deserves all the praise, man. He's still the best goalkeeper in the world. He's getting back on form, and that is only disastrous for all the other teams, especially in Europe within the Champions League. That is disastrous for Salzburg and any other teams moving on into the final rounds. It's going to be great for us, though, so I'm really happy to see that. In my opinion, Manuel Neuer here deserves an 8 because of great performance, many great saves, catching the ball many times, and not to mention, he had a lot of play contributions as well, as he usually does. His distribution was great, and we'll touch more on him as something great that he did, a very great pass, which eventually led to a goal. But yes, so that was Manuel Neuer, 8 for me. We're going to go off to our boy, what the hell, our boy Alphonso Davies today. And so let's see what is on Davies' Twitter here. So yeah, great way to end the year for sure. This was amazing to see, honestly. That's if they want to change up the logo at all, make it more angled like this. Holy shit, Alphonso Davies. And he was also named the men's best player for CONCACAF in 2021, which is fair. The best player for Canada as well, which is also very fair. Davies on Lewandowski. He's the best striker in the world right now. He's on top of his game. It's amazing to have a guy like this scoring goals for us. We want him to continue in the new year, and I'm sure he will. I'm very sure he will as well. So yeah, I mean, bro, Alphonso Davies, he's super class, man. I hope we come across some stats here. And yeah, here, this is before the game, actually, before the Wolfsburg game, but before that, leading Bundesliga stats for Bayern players. Sprints, Alphonso Davies with 484. I believe he also had, yeah, right here, the most successful dribbles completed per Bundesliga match this season, also before the Wolfsburg game. But Alphonso Davies with 3.9, and we saw how classy he was in that Wolfsburg game. I really like these graphics here. But yeah, I mean, Davies, he made some very nice runs, and he actually nearly assisted Musiala on an occasion as well. Musiala, unfortunately, he was up against Castells, and Castells was massive for Wolfsburg. If not, we could have battered them. Honestly, I would say 8-0, maybe even 10-0. It would have been crazy, a crazy scoreline, a cricket scoreline. But yeah, Davies had some great runs, and he also won the ball back a few times as well. And not to mention this, bro. I mean, look at this, the athleticism. Yeah, it could be like a new logo, and I mean, great from Alphonso Davies. I'm going to go ahead and rate Alphonso Davies here a solid 8, because it's a great performance overall. We kept the clean sheet, and he was also terrorizing their defense as per usual, obviously. So, actually, here, let's see. The most successful dribblers per match in Europe's top 5 leagues per 90 minutes. Alphonso Davies with 3.8 in the top 5. In Europe's top 5 leagues. Very awesome by Adebe, for sure. Or Abde. Obviously, this is a Barca fan post. And great. Awesome. Alphonso Davies, though. Left back. Yo, that's great to see for us as well. But yeah, we're going to move on to Lucas Hernandez. And see what's coming up here. This is very true. We don't even have to pay attention to Lucas Hernandez's performances. The man is always so accurate. He really brings some positive things in the team. He makes common the amazing. He makes amazing the common, I guess it would be a better way to put it. But Lucas Hernandez is by far the best French defender. You can't tell me otherwise. You know what? I do agree with it, though. To a huge portion, I do agree with that. Yeah, Lucas Hernandez, I mean, he's always on point, man. Well, what more can we say that we haven't already said? He's always making amazing, crucial interceptions, great tackles, saving us on many occasions. I mean, he's world class, absolutely world class. And so, yeah, Upamecano. I mean, Upamecano is also doing great. Honestly, his stats are great. Like, people see him make some few mistakes here and there, but his stats are really great. And, if he can shape that up. But we'll get to Upamecano next. Lucas Hernandez means pure consistency. He's worth every single penny. I'm looking forward to the day when the whole football world will finally realize this. So, an average SOFA score of 7 across all these games. Lucas Hernandez, for me, is also going to get an 8, by the way. So, yeah, 8. It's all been 8 so far. I love Lucas Hernandez. He's been very great. And we're going to move on to my boy, Dayot Upamecano. Upamecano cannot spell, obviously. But no player has won possession in the defensive third more times than Dayot Upamecano in Europe's top 5 leagues this season. 93 from who scored. This is before the Wolfsburg game. But even in the Wolfsburg game, let me tell you, he went under the radar, but he was actually our most influential player in the first half. Some crazy stats that I was able to get here. So at halftime, Upamecano was our shining player as he had 3 successful dribbles, 2 interceptions, and won the ball back 7 times, while also having a shot and the most touches from any Bayern player within the Wolfsburg game at halftime. That is impressive and consistent. Really great to see. Yeah, Upamecano has been very solid, very great. And here actually, some more in-depth stats from the Wolfsburg game. So for the entire 90 minutes, he had 1 goal, as we know, 2 shots, 2 key passes, 6 duels won, 14 ball recoveries, 111 out of 124 passes completed, 183 touches, and obviously the 4-0 win. Upamecano is the beast, and I believe, honestly, being completely honest, he was our best defender on the day, even outshining Lucas Hernandez for me, for the first time in a couple games, because they've both been so consistent. And obviously Lucas was very great, but Upamecano, I believe, was our best defender on the day, just because as well Obviously, he gets the goal, but the clean sheet, and all these other amazing stats here, world class stats. For me, he gets Upamecano. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and give Upamecano a 9. As crazy as it may seem, yeah, a 9 for Upamecano. Very, very, very deserved, in my opinion. I hope he carries that form and actually improves within the second half of the season. So now we're gonna go off here onto Benjamin Pavard, and so let's see. The German language, the coaches. Here, actually, let's go ahead. Oh yeah, he had to come off because because he had to go to the bathroom. So yeah, actually, let me touch on that real quick. So Benjamin Pavard has been playing very great, but yeah. So in the game versus Wolfsburg, he actually came off instead of it was supposed to be Musiala. So yeah, in the 85th minute, Benjamin Pavard came off because he had to go to the bathroom. Musiala stayed on, and he eventually assisted Lewandowski. So in my opinion, it's also a pre-assist for Benjamin Pavard, if you want to see it that way. But yeah, he made his 100th appearance for Bayern, and he says this: 100 games is a great mark. I'm very proud of this number, and to have reached it at such a big club. That's what I dreamt of as a little kid. And he also touches on Coman and Toliso's future. Both are playing well. Coco still has a 6-month contract. I don't know what he'll do next. I hope I will be able to play with them both as long as I'm in Munich. So, maybe some speculations on his future. But, yeah, man. He actually says this as well. My best position is center back. It's always been like that. The center of the defense is my home. And I agree with the 100%. Look, watch. Upamecano has been back on the grind, and he's actually been playing very, very great. Honestly, lately. Let me look at this. You remember that goal against Argentina? Commentator Pavard takes a shot. Yeah, emptying his pockets tonight. And he did a pocket Dembele as well when we played against him. No, but, bro, Pavard has been playing very great lately, even in the right back position, but I agree with him. Center back is his main position, and it should be that way. So we should give Stanisic more opportunities in the right back, because I believe he's a more natural right back, and he has a lot of potential. I know a lot of people didn't agree with me on Marc Roca, but he's come good, and I believe Marc Roca is still going to be much greater. I'll touch on that on another occasion, though. We're rating Benjamin Pavard. I'm getting way ahead of myself here. But yeah, Pavard was also very, very solid. He made a lot of key passes as well. And yeah, I mean, he was overall just very great. Had like a pre-assist or something, if you count those. I mean, I do, because they lead up to the assists. So I'm going to go ahead and give Pavard as well, actually, an 8th. Yeah. I'm gonna give him 8. He was great, and good substitution. So inevitably, leading to a goal. But yeah, I'm really happy about that. Now we're gonna go off to Jamal Musiala. Don't mind my typing here, but yeah, a great way to end 2021. I agree with it 1,000%. And yeah, Jamal Musiala. Thinking about how Jamal Musiala could have chose to represent England. Chosen, by the way, grammar. But I mean, who am I to say? I misspeak things all the time, and I believe that wasn't even the right way to say that. But anyways, yeah, he was very great, very sleek. He almost had a goal, like I said. Davies almost assisted for him. Castillo's was on form though. He was a beast. But yeah, we got the 3 points. And Jamal Musiala really is a borderline world-class player already. Once he gains more minutes and starts regularly, we're not going to see an end to his ceiling development. Honestly, it's frightening to think about how far he can go. Young Jamal, pretty cool. But yeah, Musiala, for me, he was very great as well on the day. Him and Roca have been playing very well together. His stats for Bayern in December so far: 4 starts, 5 appearances, 2 goals, 1 assist, 15 dribbles, 1, 5 key passes, 8 interceptions, and 5 wins. In all of his appearances, wins. A wonder kid. The star boy, 100%. So yeah, for me, Jamal Musiala I must be getting tired. 8, but he's gonna get an 8 as well, man. We ate well, okay. I ate to break it to you, Barca fans. Are gonna have a riot with that one. But we're gonna move on to his partner in midfield on the day, Marc Roca, my boy. You guys know how much I love Marc Roca as a player, and I love to see that he's come good. Because, like I said, at the end of the day, it's not me just having a bias for Marc Roca. It's we were missing on Kimmich, and we needed somebody to play the DM role. Tolisso and Sabitzer couldn't cut it. And so who has the qualities to be able to do that? Marc Roca. Obviously, I'm glad that he started getting his chances. Marc Roca is always humble, very happy. And I mean, look at this. He goes up, he celebrates with every player who scores. And not only that, but a lot of people are starting to see it. A lot of appreciation tweets. He took full advantage of the chances he got, and you could see how hard he worked and how long he waited for this. Even with a full, healthy midfield, he deserves way more minutes. Marc Roca appreciation tweet 2.0. I agree with it 1000%. I mean, just look at how happy he is. You don't fake this type of happiness unless you're a sociopath. But so yeah, he went up and hugged Sane. He celebrates with Musiala all the time. He does go up and celebrate with everybody who scores. He is a team player. Like 100%, he's a team player. When Marc Roca starts, clean sheet, plus four plus goals scored, Lewandowski goals, Musiala goal or assist, a beautiful game is back. I mean, he's not wrong, it has happened, but yeah, he's been a great DM while Kimmich is gone. Kimmich will be back eventually, obviously, and when he does come back, that's his starting position 1000%. But Marc Roca should stay. He should not be loaned or sold. He should stay and be Kimmich's backup. Kimmich deserves some rest on occasions, and if Kimmich is ever out again, Marc Roca, we know he can do the job. It's great to see. Roca had some good passes that led to goals, actually. He had a pass to Serge Gnabry. He saw that he was wide open, even though he was still out from goal some distance, but he made the pass to Serge Gnabry, who then fired the shot to Castells. It got parried, and then Muller was able to slot it in for the first goal. So yeah, that was really great. I mean, he made some great passes, some great interceptions, some tackles, won back the ball a few times, and it's really great to see. Not too many people post his stats, but we all saw. You rewatched the game, you can go ahead and see that. We're gonna go off to the guy that I just mentioned, not just any guy though. The guy at Bayern, Mr. Bayern, the Bavarian legend. I couldn't have said it better myself, with 400 Bundesliga appearances for Bayern, and Mr. Thomas Muller. Great way to end the year. He's Barca's nightmare. He's a nightmare for a lot of other teams, and he played very well. He got us our first goal as well. He has 13 assists now in this season, breaking his own Bundesliga record through 17 games. This is pretty great to see. And I'm sure he's going to end up Europe's top assist, with the most assists into Europe's top 5 leagues. Of course he is, because he's Thomas Muller. But he scored in the first half on his 400th Bundesliga appearance. Only Messi, Busquets, and Mandala have played for more than one club in Europe's top 5 leagues. I'm sure Mueller's going to break that record as well within the next 2 seasons. He's gonna be he's a Bayern legend already. He's a legend walking. He's a living legend. He's still playing for us. He's a legend 1000%. I will have no arguments with that, because it's crazy to see. But we already talked about how the goal came, and Muller was in the right place at the right time. Not only that, but he also assisted for Upamecano's goal in the 57th minute. That came off of a routine corner with Sane and Musiala linking together, doing a 1-2 touch. Then I believe Musiala cuts it back to Muller, who finds Upamecano wide open in the penalty box for Wolfsburg. Upamecano heads it in, and it was a great second goal for us. So Thomas Muller, he was playing great. With a goal and an assist. I'm going to go ahead and give Thomas Muller a 9 as well. Him and Upamecano both having a 9, both having great games. It's going to be hard for me to pick the definite, like man of the match for me. It's but that's the way it goes. That's the way it goes. Actually, I'm gonna call it now. I'm gonna call it now. Uh, Still Thomas Muller. Thomas Muller is my man of the match. Even though it's very close, him and Upamecano were playing great, but Thomas Muller is my man of the match. And yeah, there you go. Then going off to Leroy Sane, he also had a game today. I mean, it wasn't today, but he had a game versus Wolfsburg. It was great to see he's back on form. People still keep using his City images. I don't know why, but I mean the City fans want him back, obviously. Yeah, good last game of the year. It was awesome to see. He played very sleek football, like I said, even on that corner, 1-2 touches. Leroy Sane has already been directly involved in 21 goals in 21 games this season, 11 goals and 10 assists. Sane has thus already been more successful so far this season than in the entirety of last season, involved in 20 goals in 44 games. But yeah, City really went from Leroy Sane to Jack Grealish. You won't find a bigger downgrade. And they lost money on that. If you see it as a swap, they paid 100 million for Jack Grealish. We'll get into that some other time though, and we will. Trust me, I'm going to talk about some silly transfers later on and how Bayern has made good business and why Bayern stays on top. But yeah, it was a very difficult first half. Oh, it was very difficult in the first half. We tried to hold the ball and apply pressure. The first goal did us a lot of good. We have to be patient. We know that teams sit deep against us and we have to find solutions. And the solution we did find, because, I mean, that Leroy Sane goal was insane. Obviously, obvious pun, but it was really insane. Yeah, it was 2 minutes after the Upamecano goal as well in the 59th minute. I mean, and this is what I said by Neuer having like amazing distribution. So Neuer from a goal kick finds Serge Gnabry, and Serge with an amazing clean first touch, he turns on his man, and then he finds Leroy Sane. And Sane curls the ball like Robin used to do. It was really great to see. It was a banger of a goal. Sane only scores bangers. We know that. Leroy Sane, I'm going to go ahead and give him an 8.5. Very great, very great. I mean, it's awesome to see. I hope he keeps that up as well. And we're going to go on to our boy, Serge Gnabry, who came off from an insane win as well before versus Stuttgart here. Obviously, we know how amazing he was. He didn't have as an impactful game versus Wolfsburg, but he still had a very decent game. I can't really find anything here so far from anybody, talking about what he did for this Wolfsburg, but obviously he had that assist for Leroy Sane on that goal. He was playing smooth football. He also led to the first goal. I mean, technically, they didn't credit Gnabry with the assist for Muller because it was a parry off of Castells. But in my opinion, it is 2 assists, even though it wasn't officially an assist. But I would say it was. I hope we extend. I don't know what this is. But I hope he extends. Honestly, he has to extend, bro. Come on. We have to keep him. He is going to go into his prime years, and for me, Gnabry is going to go ahead and get an 8. He gets an 8. It's really great to see. We're gonna go off and finish our starting lineup with Robert Lewandowski, R number 9, RL9. Obviously we know that after the Ballon d'Or being denied, the Ballon d'Or, he was a little bothered by it, and it affected some of his performances. He didn't score for 2 games, and people started calling him like Lewandowski or something like that, like a ghost. People get too emotional, and that's only 2 games. Other strikers, other world-class strikers that are supposed to be his competition, ghost for like 3-4 games in a row, and when Lewandowski doesn't score for 2 games, it becomes huge news. Why? Because Lewandowski is the best in the world. A lot of people still don't want to admit it, and they come up with these crazy dumb made up stats for Suarez and Kane, and I don't, it's a dumb thing because Lewandowski is obviously the best player in the world. But yeah, Lewandowski breaks the record for most Bundesliga goals scored in a single calendar year. Gerd Muller's previous record of 42 had stood for 49 years. So basically almost 50 years, 5 whole decades that record stood for. I know a lot of people say the Bundesliga is a farmers league. It's the easiest league to score, blah, blah, blah. So then why can nobody break this record for 50 years? Lewandowski is an animal, bro. I'm telling you. If he goes to the Prem, he'll tear it up. If he goes to La Liga, he'll tear it up. But I'm sure we're going to keep him. I mean, Lewandowski is the best player in the world, playing for the best club in the world at the moment as well. Not much of a coincidence there. And for the third time in a row, I included this last time, but yeah, he finishes as, he ends the year with the most goals in Europe, which is really great to see. He was obviously visibly frustrated before he scored his goal, but what a goal it was. That was a banger, and in my opinion, the best goal of the game, because it was basically like a volley. I know Sane's goal was really great as well. It was a banger, but nah, man, it has to be Lewandowski's goal. And Lewandowski, for me, gets an 8.7, just a bit above the rest, but not as high as Upamecano and Muller because of their immense contributions. But still, Lewandowski, coming back, integrating himself into play, that amazing goal was great. This guy, Schick is better than Lewin Booty, lol. Yeah, Lewandowski, 19 goals already in the Bundesliga. I mean, listen, and he's gonna end as a top goal scorer. Let's be honest here. So yeah, I'm really excited to see how amazing he performs in 2022. Could he break his own records? I hope he does. I'm confident he might. He could, and he's gonna be a terror for all the teams he faces, especially in the Champions League. We're going for more records, and I know we are. So yeah, Lewandowski 8.7 for me. I'm really happy. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice. We're not really gonna look up here on Twitter for all the other players that came on for the substitutes, but we are gonna go off for them. I'll just leave that there as well. But anyways, so Marcel Sabitzer was the first substitution to come on for Marc Roca in the 75th minute. Sabitzer, honestly, he did very well as a substitution. I know that he won back possession on one occasion for sure. He had some good passes. It's really great to see. I hope that he can keep up that glimpse of form and that he can extend that when he gets more minutes in the second half of the season, because I'm sure he's going to live up to the potential. We all know how great he is and how great he was at Salzburg and Leipzig, so I hope he can bring that to Bayern now as well. He's a Bayern fan, and I want him to succeed. He's just not a DM. He should be the backup for Goretzka, in my opinion, and be allowed to push up. Marc Roca needs to be the backup for Kimmich, and I believe that will work copaesthetically and be very great, honestly. But Bayern are not playing to make any whatever. We'll touch on that later. But yeah, Marcel Sabitzer, for me, he's going to go ahead and get. You know what? I'm going to give Sabitzer a 7. He played the most minutes. He won back, and he got an interception, and he deserves some good coming his way. So a 7, and I hope he keeps that up. I hope he carries that momentum. Omar Richards also came on in the 80th minute for Alphonso Davies. Omar Richards played a very solid game. He actually put Lewandowski through in the 87th, not in the 89th minute, I believe. And he got tackled down within the penalty box. I believe Lewandowski deserved a penalty for that. I wasn't the only one who believed that, honestly, but it didn't go that way. The referee, he didn't even try to go to VAR for it, and then the game ended a minute later because he didn't give any extra time. So yeah, it sucks that he didn't get the penalty. If not, he could have even surpassed Cristiano Ronaldo on the 69 goal mark for a calendar year, but that's not here or there. This is for Omar Richards. Omar Richards did great, as he always does. He had a key pass there to Lewandowski. So, I'm gonna give Omar Richards a 7 as well, actually. Yeah, I'm feeling generous, and we did great. So, Omar Richards, 7. Bouna Sarr comes on and actually Actually, I believe Bouna Sarr contributed in a way. Uh, like, funnily enough, I don't know in where it was, but he contributed. He contributed for sure to. I'll see if I can find it again. But anyways, yeah, Bouna Sarr comes on in the 80th minute as well, I believe. And so, let's see. Yeah, I can't really find where it was that Sarr had, but I know that he did make a great pass in at some point. I don't know if it resulted in anything, but I remember it distinctively. I can't really find it anywhere in the notes or anywhere. But anyways, yeah, Bouna Sarr though, he was great. He got played kind of like as a winger as well, but then he had to go back as a right back once Pavard came off. He's been good when he's been giving chances. You know, he's been picking it up a little bit more. I still don't believe he's Bayern level. But you know, that's for Hassan Salihamidzic to decide. We'll see what happens. Bouna Sarr though, for me, he's gonna get a 6.5. It was still good to see. I'm happy with it. Average, but yeah, it was decent. He made a great in swinging pass. I still want to say it resulted in something, but I'm not sure, so I'm not gonna go ahead and make that claim. But yeah, and then Tanguy Nianzou came in for Lucas Hernandez as well in the 80th minute. So there was 3 substitutions. Nianzou did well, and as he always has been doing. Not too much more to say. You know, he was solid. We kept a clean sheet. So in those last 10 minutes, he didn't really let anything go through. He was good, and I think he did make a good tackle as well. I can distinctly remember it. So yeah, 6.5 for Nianzou as well. The last substitution, Malik Tillman, he got 85 minutes. I mean, no, he came in the 80. He didn't get 85 minutes. He came in the 85th minute. He only got 5 minutes to play. He wasn't able to do too much, but he's always in and around the box, always ready to jump on the ball. Unfortunately, he hasn't been able to get a single goal in these last few games that he's played. But yeah, for me, Tillman gets a 6 simply because, you know, he didn't have enough time to make an impact. But yeah, 6 for him. Not too many problems, and we ended off with a win. Now I hope we can continue that onto the second half of the season. Yeah, this was my in-depth match ratings for Bayern versus Wolfsburg. I hope you guys had a good time listening to my voice and my reasonings and explanations. Hope you guys agreed with most of my points. You know, I don't expect everybody to agree with all of my points. That's fine. You know, leave some comments down below if you agreed, disagreed on any ratings, any things that I said. You know, share your thoughts. I'll be glad to talk to you guys in the comments. And yeah, thanks for the support, guys. I hope you guys have an amazing winter time. Enjoy the holidays. Enjoy the times with your family. We'll be back in January with Bayern. Expect some other videos that'll be up randomly. You know, hope you guys tune in for those as well. Besides that, though, have a great day, evening, or night, whatever time it may be. Stay safe. Mia san mia.